crowd on opening day of Big Bear. There's the Storyteller. Now we were here at 9 o'clock and it doesn't open till 10 o'clock, but we only got to parking lot C, folks. It's crowded. Most of the people passed me. I don't walk fast. There are a lot of people running to get up there. So the 11:30 time slot people reservation got in. We had not gotten our email, so we didn't get our reservation until 12:30 when someone had told us about it. So we're in a delay to get in.
Of course, I wondered where I needed to go, though, to be bear bait, Eugene.
You're never going to be bear bait, Dolly.
Well, I hear that we're after the big bear with this roller coaster, and I figure if you're trying to catch something, you need some bait, right? And what better than have a girl in a bear suit?
What you doing with that pot of honey?
Well, that's to catch the bear. Yeah, it's because I'm sweet on you, I guess. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Okay, I'll put my honey right here. And so we're so excited to be here at Wildwood Grove. We got a lot of fun things going on. So we wanted to say hey. And Eugene knows all the big facts, but we've got this whole new thing going here at Wildwood Grove, which you've been so good about supporting ever since we built it. So we thought, this is going so good, we got to do something else. So tell them what we've done and why we've done it.
Well, obviously Big Bear Mountain is a huge coaster, taking up almost 6 acres of property, and it's the longest attraction in our Dollywood history. Over 3/4 of a mile long, and it takes almost 2 minutes to complete the ride. But probably the thing that I love most about this ride, Dolly, is that everyone in the family can ride together. And I proved it. I mean, you know Ted, right?
Yeah, Ted Miller, who's been my production manager up here all these years.
I won't say how old Ted is. You probably
He's too
can.
old to be on a roller coaster, I can tell you that.
But
as am I.
But he did ride it, and he did love it.
I know he did love it, but he also said it's still kind of scary. Yep. So I think the kids are going to love that they can ride with their parents, and hopefully without them sometimes. But this is going to be a great ride, I think, for everybody on the park. And I'm so excited. Everybody says, are you going to ride it? And I said, no, I'm not. But I'm going to watch you have a good time doing it. I think this is going to be fun.
Yesterday we did some live remotes interviews, and I was talking to a newscaster in Nashville, and they asked me if you were going to ride the ride. And I said, I don't think so, because I think she'd be afraid she'd lose something.
I think I'd lose my hair. I think I'd lose my nerve before I even got on it. But we are excited about it, though. This is really a wonderful thing. And probably, didn't they say it's the longest ride?
It is. It's the longest ride in our history. But it's amazing that this is not the only big thing that we're doing this year.
What else are we doing? Well, I know, but you tell them.
You know Heart Song Lodge and Resort's getting ready to open up in the fall. It's stunning.
It is, and it's actually based on a song, the title. I wrote a song years ago called Heart Song, and we try to dolly-eyes everything we put in here because I like to kind of have, my little touch on everything. But the lodge is actually going to be a great thing. I've seen that. I mean, there's so many wonderful things about it.
How about that big fireplace?
Well, that big fireplace, I don't know how many of you, when you come back, I know some of you are local, but when you are coming back here from out of town, or even your locals, if you want a honeymoon or just a weekend or whatever, a second honeymoon. The lodge is wonderful, but this huge fireplace, you go into it and you feel like you're in a different world. Plus, it's stuck farther up in the hills, so you feel more like it's a lodge.
And you know how much you love the Smoky Mountains and being outdoors.
Oh, I do, because I grew up here, not far from here. And the story, getting back to what this is about, the Big Bear Mountain, there's really a legend. All my life, we heard the story about the big bear. It's kind of, I guess everybody has their own version of Bigfoot. So we had the big bear here that everybody was always trying to catch, and he would always, just terrorize everybody. And so everybody's been looking for him, and so we thought that when I was talking about dolly eyes and stuff, it's kind of, you tell stories that you can relate to, and we thought that a great theme would be for people on the ride to hear the bear coming after you. You can hear him clawing, you can hear him roaring and all that. So we're trying to catch Big Bear. That's the theme of this, and I think the kids are going to love it, but I think all of us are a kid at heart, don't you? Most parents are too. It gives you a good excuse to be a kid again.
There's the first people
Let it go,
on the
boys!
Big Bear right there. Watch out for the day.
Woo! Oh, that was
So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's great. Look at
And
that.
This is all ride. It starts launching right out of
Wow,
right out
is
of
this the
gate.
very first time that
It
anybody
is.
rode it?
We
So
have-
none of you, I
Nope.
bet you're going to do it though, right? I hope so.
It's an amazing ride, and just we fly through a waterfall. Can you believe that?
That's another reason I ain't riding it. Lose my false eyelashes too, lose my hair, whatever.
Now you don't have to worry about getting wet when you go through the waterfall, but it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
really,
it don't
really,
make you wet. Well,
No,
that's good. That's
yeah.
good to know.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, well, I still ain't riding it,
But look at this.
Eugene.
Here-
I know you're the
I
president,
think you
but you
could
ain't
do
talking
it.
me
I
into
think,
that.
I think this is a ride for everyone, and I think you really could do it.
Hey, listen.
So look how it's sinking
Woo!
around,
I love how
here.
it goes underneath there.
and everyone's so close to the ride, which really makes it a full family experience.
Yeah, I think that's great. You getting a good bird's eye view of that?
And right behind you, you're gonna see the kids duck underneath the tunnel.
Okay.
And it goes right under the pathway where our guests are going to be able to see their family members ride.
Wow, that's great. That's going to be fun. I wrote this little song because we thought this is a bear that we're all looking for. And when you get out there, it goes like this. Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, the greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, he knows every tree. Been terrorizing folks since he was only 3. Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. Broad as a boulder, tall as a tree, roars like thunder, giant feet. With you, Ned and Benjamin, on the case, we're gonna expose his hairy face. Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. And I'm gonna pick one. Everybody, Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. Once again now, Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. Again, Big Bear Mountain, Big Bear, we're looking for you. And we're gonna find you. Thank you so much. Anyway, get out there and enjoy the park. They say it's going to rain this afternoon, and I hope that ain't true, because if it don't rain, I'm going to be riding around the park on the little parade. So I'll see you out on the park, and thank you,
Thank you for being
coming.
here,
Well,
Dolly.
thank you, Eugene. Appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.
Go ahead and say it, bro. Watch.
Sorry.
Well, the fella on the other side of the stage, he's from a little town called Tazewell, Virginia. Also extremely talented. As you can see, he's got a bunch of stuff lined up. Plays it all and flat out.
Now here's a penny for the wishing wells. You can make a wish to them. There they go. The year round. Oh look, chicken paparazzi everywhere today. Hi! That's for you, sweetie. You know how we love those things. Chicken biscuit. There you go.
Smoky Mountain rain, Smoky Mountain calling. I'll keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, Smoky no longer searching. I can't go on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain.
But that doesn't mean that that's actually it. Okay. That just means they didn't tell me.
That's all right. Thank you.
The chalk hopscotch. The ringtail rascals, of course. They're the raccoons. Farmer's market. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Dolly. Family time bears. We love our black bears. Isn't it a beautiful topiary? And of course there's one up here climbing the tree. The blacksmith shop. So we just came in here, tucked in here to the picnic tables to take a load off our feet and sat down, and it just started raining. It's 2 o'clock and the rain just started. Donnie laid his head down, took a little nap. He didn't eat today before we came, and he gets a little hangry, sometimes a little more hangry when he doesn't eat. So it's getting crowded in here. People are packing in here just to get out of the rain because it was pouring out there just a minute ago. It's pouring out there again. We got some beautiful pink flowers up there. I don't know what kind those are. If you know what kind those are, leave it in the comments. Here's the honeybee topiary display, and there's the beekeeper right there. It's by the smokehouse, Miss Lillian's, and then there are the bees. And then right over there is a hugabug honey shop. So here's the honoring honey. Sweetness abounds with these beautiful honey jars. It's a really pretty display here. Here's the observation hive, honeybee observation hive. You've never seen in a honeybee hive. There it is. They are very active, aren't they? Very active. They are on the move in there. Here's the Hugabee honey. You can buy honey here. And these are the prices right here to buy the honey. And here's what they are. You want to taste one, Donny?
Do you want to sample any honey? This is the wildflower. This is our local honey.
What was that? A flavor? That was
the wildflower. That's our local
wildflower.
Honey. This is orange. And this one is the orange blossom. He takes the bees to Florida to pollinate the citrus. Sorry.
Oh, definitely different. Definitely different.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's got a nicer flavor.
It's a lighter flavor.
Yeah.
It's definitely lighter than the wildflower.
We used to live in Florida, in Tampa area. Moved up here because it's much nicer.
He takes them to Gatlinburg.
So these are the different honeys you can buy. You can see these are small small bottles here.
You can't now. Can I give you
Let's see, Donny bought.
Any wildflower.
Donny bought. Which one did you get?
I got the wild. I asked for the orange one, and I got the wildflower one.
Oh, okay. Well, he thought since he hadn't eaten and he was a little bit hangry, he needed a little something. So
We've been not doing any sweets, any treats for almost a week now.
he thought it would get him through.
It's immediate energy. Very good.
Here's the grist mill that makes the cinnamon bread, and we smelled it when we were coming in today. So if you haven't had any cinnamon bread, you can get it here at Dollywood. You can get it at the grist mill. You can also get it at some of the shops, and you can get it at Dreammore as well. Even if you're not staying at Dreammore, you can always stop in. The Tennessee water tree, discovered by Davy Crockett in the 1800s. This astonishing tree can emit the prodigious amount of 100,000 gallons of water daily when fully grown. So this is the Tennessee water tree right here. So you can see it's pouring water out of it.
Tell by the underbreeding that it's really old and worn.
You do have some walkways and bridges over the stream that you can cross, and they put the flowers all around it. It's a beautiful peacock, topiary, proud as a peacock. Looking right at us. It's got hens and chickens right there. The Hall sisters perform here. They're from the Grand Ole Opry, Carnegie Hall.
We could buy some bare ears at the store.
This would have been a nice ride earlier today when I was so hot. Pines. You all having a good day? Y'all having a good day? Thumbs up. Yeah.
Dolly again.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the description to their channel.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hey, here we are.
Here we are in Butch.
Hey, y'all.
Tell them your channels. You got
Cooking
two.
with a Crazy Pop and Hanging with a Crazy Crew.
Yeah, so we're here at Dollywood at the Big Bear. So, yeah, we'll put his channel in the link, so check it out.
Thank you.
And then we'll take...
Oh, we just rode the Big Bear. Yeah, oh, some sideways for you. Okay. Here we are. All right,
Okay.
the Big Bear.
So, first of all, they had it roped off, which I showed, and there's actually places to sit back here where there's like a bench where you could sit down. They had it roped off where people couldn't get to that, and so it was real hot. There was no shade. It started getting to me. And my back was bothering me, being so hot and standing still. I do much better walking than I do standing still. So all of a sudden, the humidity bearing down, I started feeling real hot. And all of a sudden, my breathing, the humidity, I was having a hard time. That's why we moved to Florida, because I couldn't walk around in Florida and outside without feeling weak and faint. So I started feeling weak and faint. And I started telling him, I'm starting to feel weak, and all of a sudden I was like leaning on him going, I got to sit down, because I was going to go down if I did not sit down. And so he walked me over to the entrance where the bench was, and sat me down there, and then a paramedic guy came, right? So we went and rode Big Bear. Big Bear Mountain. I don't ride roller coasters, and when we're in a car and Donnie's driving through those mountains, I always say, I don't ride roller coasters when he's driving
Too fast.
too fast for me on those mountain roads.
And that's in a car with a seatbelt on.
Yeah. So, we'll drive around and I'll go, so that's like the first
That's in a
thing.
car with a seatbelt on.
And that was like the first thing that happened on Big Bear. They take you out of the gate, boom, and I went.
She sucked all the air out of that gate area. I'm telling you, everybody was having a hard time breathing.
And then Donnie said, like the first turn, I had my head on his shoulder and I was holding on, because he was concerned about my neck, with previous bulging discs and stuff. So he's like, hold on to your neck. I didn't think I could do that. So I put my head on his shoulder and I rode the whole ride with my eyes closed. Also, I was a little queasy to my stomach, but, I almost passed out previously waiting in the heat, humidity, to get on there.
An hour earlier.
Yeah, an hour earlier. And I had the EMT had to take me back to the first aid and do my vital signs and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
And 16 ounces of water.
And I had two men, Donnie and probably one of the security guards, right?
No, it was just another person
man.
in line,
I had my eyes closed, walking me to a chair to sit down before the EMT got there, because I was going to pass out for sure. I could tell I was going to lose it. It was just way too humid in the air for me breathing, and there was absolutely no shade. You were standing there for a long time. So anyway, so I rode the ride, but I had my head on his shoulder and my eyes closed the whole time, and my stomach felt a little like, ooh. But I had not eaten at all either, and Donnie had not eaten yet either. So we both got on that ride with nothing basically in our tummies for the most part.
All our YouTuber friends need to be honored to be the one to know that she rode a roller coaster. Yeah, this is not something she does ever, but she did it for her channel and for you all. So she plastered herself to my shoulder and wouldn't open her eyes. It did encourage her halfway through to go ahead and open your eyes, take a look. No. Because there is an acceleration out the gate, then there's a couple of spins and turns, and then another acceleration. But it's a very friendly ride. There are no steep drops. There are no inverted. You get sideways, but you don't get inverted and hang upside down.
It's smooth in the curves.
No, and it's quiet.
It doesn't like bounce you up and down like you're on a road, you know, that's bumpy.
It's very smooth.
But it is curvy and it is swervy.
Yep. It's good exercise for your head and your neck. But I was very comfortable. The seats are small. It's a two-seater. You're sitting close, so they said it was more of a family friendly, and I understand that because you can touch and hold the person that you're riding with instead of be a foot away locked down in a cage. And I really think that is very almost romantic.
Yeah, I was able to just lean over and put my head on his shoulder, and he put his one hand around my head to hold it there securely, so that I was...
And no after effects. You're not sore or anything, are you?
No,
yeah,
no.
So good. So I just want you to know you would enjoy this ride with your children, with your wife. It's very, very good.
If you don't get sick from curves.
Yes. People that don't want to ride roller coasters could ride this one.
I was sad that they were not taking photos today.
Yeah, we didn't get a picture.
I said, you know, of course, I wasn't feeling well. You know, I had to go to the first aid. But if I said maybe when they're taking photos, maybe I might get on it just for a photo. But today, if they had photos, I thought that would be a one and done.
So at least we get one more chance to ride.
So I said, maybe, if they're taking photos, I might.
Well, we'll be more prepared next time.
But you might see my photo with my head on his shoulder and my eyes closed.
That's so romantic. I was the hero again.
Oh, but Donny loved it.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Yeah. I will always love you, Dolly. We're leaving a little early here. We're gonna go home and have lunch today. And not a lot of people that are leaving right now, but a few.
Well, someone call out tram stop. You hear your tram stop? Raise your hand. A, B, C, D, and E. Alright, we got everything but A, B. Sorry, repeat that, please. We got everything but A, B. No A, B. Alright, roger that.
Because we're going out early.
It's nice. Seats and everything. Nice. There's the crowd.
No A, B. You know when we're going to get the drink.
A lot of buses come in here for the opening of Big Bear Mountain. Even the schools. There were a lot of schools that came in today.
Wow, there's us over here. Well, here comes a really special car.
We have to buy a new sticker for the back window. still has the old sticker on it.
Hidden death? You tell those people not to talk now.
Me and my friend Greg, the other guy, guy named Steve, drove. He was like, his license is the States and Lions and tickets. I woke up one night and
Here we are in parking lot C.
All right, safe tramp stop, folks.